name is Chen Lin. I manage my family's asset and also write a newsletter on the side. It's called What's Transpiring at the website of chenpix.com. And today I'm going to talk about all the metals, but in particular I like silver. My thesis is silver is a new lithium. Okay, and I see something that so far nobody has picked up, including the famous Silver Institute. So let's get started. So this is a disclaimer. It basically says this is for the entertainment or education purpose. Okay, so, and then this is a further disclaimer. So I'm writing, most of my job is manage my family's asset. I'm like a fund, okay? And I also publish a newsletter. And I'm not a gold bug, even a lot of my friends are, my partner, Jay Taylor is, and I'm not a silver bug as well. I'm not a particular bullish on one particular commodity. Okay, back in 2012, you remember that's the top of the market. I was telling people to get out because I see, it's getting peaking and then we making a lot of money from 2009 to 2012 in gold and silver. It's time to look for other sectors. And when the March come, when silver was $12, if you remember the March of 2020, I was really one of the few guys pounding the table to buy silver at $12 because at that time people think silver will hit $10, silver will go to single digit. But for my calculation, I thought 12 is very good risk reward, and then we got in, and we made money. Okay, I see silver going to have a big run here. Okay, I can see the gold-silver ratio historically was 1 to 10. Now it's 60 or 70 or 80, whatever. It's way too high. We'll see how low it goes, okay? So let me see. Okay, let's just go back a little bit. I mean, I already got it. Okay, that's okay. So, well, before I do that, because a lot of people asking me about China when I was talking, I have a lot of friends in Shanghai and relatives as well. So I just talk a little bit. So China, the financial hub of China is Shanghai. Most of the fund manager is in Shanghai. So when 1 month ago, Shanghai started to lock down, all the funds are clean house. They sold everything, okay? They have US stock, China stock, whatever. They sell it because people are there, are literally hunger. They're dying. They're very, very upset. They were, locked in a big giant prison called Shanghai, right? So there was a tremendous selling, and every day happened in the morning from Asia. So I warned in my newsletter, this will be just like 2020. We'll have a smaller scale of 2020. We'll have a go quick down. Potentially, we may have a rebound as soon as Shanghai is opening up. Right now, Shanghai COVID cases is down about 95%. So they're talking about reopening next month. Finger crossed if they are. Some of my friends, they suffer a lot. Okay, I hope them well. But I think as soon as China starts opening up, the physical demand of gold and silver will come back. Okay, because right now people are not shopping, not going super shopping malls, and gold is something that you don't do online order, right? So you need to touch it before you buy. So that's the thing about China. I just touch up a little bit. So let's look at the recently published Silver Institute report, okay? So this was published a few weeks ago. And they basically, you can see global silver supply is very flat. Okay, if we're going down a little bit, it's about 1 billion ounce. Okay, if you translate to ounce, it's just about that, very, very flat, flat as a pancake. And the demand is about matching the supply, okay? So what it does is it show you, here is what I want to talk about, which is used in photoelectronics, which is really is a solar panel, right? The solar panel right now, okay, is 13% last year using, you can see that. And then they predict, Silver Institute, our Silver Institute predict will go down to 12% this year. Okay, so I'm just, my thesis is just completely opposite. Okay, this is the Silver Institute report. What did they see is, you can see this factor, the loading factor. Okay, so basically how much silver used per solar panel is going down. every year. That's their prediction. But however, the silver, because solar panel demand is going up like this, the total silver usage still go up, right? You can see the silver doubled demand in solar panel, about 13%. Remember that, 13%, 110 million ounce was used last year. So this is a report I got from China, okay? The 99% of solar panel is manufactured in China. China basically completely dominates solar panel industry with as well as with all the technology. All the significant technology advance in the past few years came from China. So this is a report I got, proprietary report I got from a Chinese guy, okay, my contact. So this is I translate a little bit here, most important column, right? So we are talking about N-type solar panel. There's a P-type and N-type. N-type is taking off because N-type is more efficient. So right now, the most dominating, most used solar panel is called P-pack. So it's pretty efficient. Okay, you can see their lab efficiency is 24%. Real life is about 23% convert. Okay, so this is used, that's generally about worldwide demand, 200 gigawatts, okay, solar panel. But this one, TOPCon, is coming next year, I was hoping. Why this is better? The efficiency increased by 1%. You can see that, right? Even in Chinese, but the number is there. So efficiency increased by 1%. Actually, it's almost 4% total, because you think about divided by 24%. So they increase the total efficiency by 4%, and you see how much silver they use, okay? This, in the current technology, use about 80 milligram. It's very little. It's about a few pennies, okay, per wafer. And then the next technology coming next year, they're going to use 10 to 20 or 120 milligram per wafer. That's a new technology. And then it's more efficient than the current technology. So let's see what's the next, the one after next. People telling me that this one is HJT. Okay, they has even more efficient. It's almost 10% more efficient than the current solar panel. And then how much silver used? They're going to use 150% to 200% more silver. So, and then this is the production. This year, it's 200 gigawatts, it's 40, and then this is 10 because it's more expensive, right? Technology hasn't matured. So my thesis is that this charge from Silver Institute going to inverse in the next year or two. Okay, so instead of the silver loading factor per panel going down, we'll have a big uptick here. Okay, so as an investor, you make a lot of money when most people are wrong. You are right, you make a lot of money. Okay, so which I think will be coming. So the key to watch will be at the, right now silver is still going down. Maybe it will break 20, who knows? That's better. So you can accumulate silver. By the end of the year, I think, with next year's production plan coming out, especially from China, people will calculate how much silver we're going to use, right? And then next year, this time, the Silver Institute will update their forecast. Maybe they will see, oops, this is wrong. We have to go up the load. So that's when we have the moment, okay? So let's go down here. So there's another new technology coming also from China. It's the double-sided panel. Okay, so what had happened was on your roof, you just need one side solar panel. Okay, so but if right now the big solar farm, they are talking about put on a desert, right? Europe want to put the Sahara desert full of solar panels, so they don't need any energy from Russia. So the advantage, a big advantage right now is the double-sided, because what happened was there's a reflection from the sun underneath here, okay? So you have another, you're building the solar farm anyway. If you put another side of that, you have increase of 20 to 40%, okay? And then there are also another practical consideration. Because in the desert, there's a lot of sand coming, sandstorm, whatever. It gets dirty from time to time. So you have to clean it. But what attracts the sand is the top layer, not the bottom layer. So all they need is to flip it, right? So from time to time, you flip it, and then you clean the bottom layer. So it's much, much easier to maintain. So my point is that the double-sided panel will also take off. Okay, not from your roof, but for the solar farm. So we think that will almost also double the silver usage per waffle. So this is, this is from in Saudi Arabia. Okay, this is by one of the Chinese companies. So this is the trend. This is beginning of the year. Okay, people have very conservative ways, and they think it doubled in the past 3 years, but they think they will double maybe in 5, 10 years. But I think it's wrong, because with this Russian war, with energy shortage, this probably will continue this. So we will increase. You see the picture is, the solar per panel will go up dramatically while the solar panel go up dramatically. So the 2 and 2 will be together, will dramatically increase the silver usage in solar panel, okay? So this is, so the thesis is that we can easily take at least 300 million in the next couple of years. We could take a lot more, because if CNN is right, if all these Germans, Europeans, their vision is right, you need 10 times more solar energy, then you will use all the silver in the world production in solar panel, and that's not enough. So there's my thesis is that I think we are the beginning where the inflection of the point that the solar panel, in order to increase the efficiency, a lot more silver are needed. Okay, and then it's very little cost for the solar panel. You think about it, you add a few pennies, but of course, if a silver is much more expensive, it's different, but I think it's going that way. And the silver is the new lithium. I remember I was on CNN 5 years ago. I said, what's the new upcoming metal? I said, lithium. And I was asked, what is lithium? Right, the anchor didn't know what is lithium. I think in a few years, everybody will talk about silver. So again, this is, I'm just quickly go through the silver chart. Well, it's last week, so down a little bit, $20. You see the $20 is the important support. Personally, I don't know if we'll break 20 this round, but if it breaks, it's great, right? So we can buy it at a cheaper price. I think we have another 6 to 12 months you can accumulate before the next year Silver Institute report, if they correct their mistake, or at the end of the year when the Chinese companies start to forecast their demand, then people will wake up and say, wow, it's not 110, it's not 120 ounce. We're talking maybe next year 150, 200 million ounce. Then that will make a big difference. This is a chart from our friend Prescott. I borrowed that. So it's just the silver in general. And the US dollar is super strong here. And it's about to break the top trend, about 105. I think it can go higher because you can see easily dollar can go to par with euro, right? Dollar even to Chinese yuan probably go to 127 easily. So, but the question in the mind of other people who hold US dollar was thinking, oh, when it's time to get out, right? So let it go up. Okay, this is a United States M2, and people look at it, they got so scared. You think about it, the money printing just astronomical. So that at a certain point, people will start to switch, from dollar to hard asset, especially after the Ukraine war. So also, I also give a quickly, I only have 5 minutes left on PGM. Okay, PGM. What I like PGM is Russia and South Africa is 70–80% of worldwide. Okay, PGM. There's some production in Canada, okay, Sudbury Basin, but not many places else. Okay, Russia, if you don't want Russia palladium, you only left is South Africa. South Africa mine set to renegotiate this year. Last time they had a strike. Every time they renegotiate, they always end up with strike, and then it's bloody. Okay, people get killed. And I vividly remember last time platinum went up $1,000 just on the strike. And this year they may strike again. But the thing about it, without South Africa, without Russia, you don't have a PGM, okay? And then there is plug-in hybrids getting popular. Okay, people think about electric car will take over everything. But with the largest electrical car market, which is China, they seem to be the hybrid, plug-in hybrids taking off because electrical car is good for commute, good for second car. But if you're on the first car, you have a problem charging it. So plug-in hybrid require more PGM per car than regular car because they operate much lower temperature. So, and there's very little investment in South Africa, and if they have a strike this year, watch out to the top, okay? Watch out for the spike. And this is the platinum. You see the platinum is right now below 1,000. There's have been heavy Chinese buying. You look at the chart, you look at the real inflow of platinum into China. Every time platinum below 1,000, there's heavy buying into China. They probably either go to some reserve or going to something else. I don't know who is buying, but there's a heavy flow into China in platinum. So I think this is a very reasonable price here. I'm very bullish on gold, and Russian central bank was buying gold. Originally, they fixed it at about 2,500, but now they say they are going to negotiate basis. So but they are buying. They are talking. Russia may go to a gold standard. Right? And the really question is China, right? China has more than 3 trillion foreign reserve, a lot of in US dollar. There are meetings, central bankers are meeting, how do they protect the money after the Ukraine war? So there are a lot of talks. China, I think, maybe right now they're secretly buying gold. They're so happy about this downturn of gold, they're trying to screw up as much as they could. And then China also launching a digital RMB, a digital currency. And more and more central banks are buying gold. I think they're smart. So this is a digital currency. What it does is that there's no transaction fee. Okay, that's a key. There's no transaction fee. You look at a Visa, MasterCard, it's 2 to 3%, right? A Bitcoin, they supposedly have a lower transaction fee, but still is it's significant. There's a chart on the internet. You see the Bitcoin transaction fees, but they still cost you money. My point, and then Bitcoin quite volatile. And there's China have a WeChat, Alipay. They charge 0.1%. Okay, Chinese. They based on Chinese digital currency. They based on next generation crypto technology, so they can lower the cost so much. There's no transaction fee. So I think they will take over in China's current format, and then they will spread the cost. And for all these merchants, they will be very happy, right? They don't need to pay any transaction fee. Oops, I already got. So anyway, so this is I'm running out of time. So basically, this is a particular interesting junction. There we have a wave of selling, and then this year selling, as I said, come from China. Usually at the end of the wave, people selling the good stuff. Okay, you have recently, just from the stock market in the United States, you see Apple, you see Home Depot, you see Costco, all these very good company got sold. Usually that's a later stage of the sell-off, and gold was sold. Okay, gold was a good, was very, very strong until recently. So from correction, this is getting closer to the end than the beginning. Okay, I cannot tell you exactly where this will end. We have a summer coming. So I saw you may walk away. So maybe we have a few more months of consolidation. But it's just time for you to accumulate high-quality asset, particularly like silver. I think because when the cat's coming out of the bag later this year, people will be chasing silver, and then you will be well-positioned. So for me, is I just, I don't like pump and dump. I would like, the company here I promote, I own them, and I talk them a lot of the company for years. And, and I think I don't like zero-sum game, so because that's why I don't like Bitcoin, sorry. And I more look at the value creation, okay? And then I wanted to reduce risks. So junior stock pickers market, and I also partner with my friend Jay Taylor. Okay, that's it. That's my presentation.